You ain't gonna find 30 horses than these in all of New Ulster. Take it easy until we're out of town.
Red Dead Redemption 2010. Hey folks, let's kick things off with a true masterpiece. Red Dead Redemption wasn't just another Rockstar game, it was a revolution in open world storytelling. The year was 2010 and gaming would never be the same. Picture this, you're John Marston, a former outlaw, forced to hunt down your old gang members. The moment you first ride your horse across that frontier, with that incredible soundtrack swelling as the sun sets over the desert, pure magic. No game had captured the feel of being a cowboy quite like this. What makes Red Dead truly special isn't just the shooting mechanics or the horse riding, though both are fantastic. It's the soul of the game. The writing is on another level. Marston's complex journey from outlaw to family man, all set against the dying days of the Wild West. And that ending. If you know, you know. If you don't, I won't spoil it, but prepare yourself. It's one of gaming's most perfectly executed conclusions that still hits hard even over a decade later. If by some miracle you've never played this game, stop watching right now and go find a copy. This isn't just one of the best games of the decade, it's one of the best games ever made, period.
Yeah! Oh, it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson, do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guy.
Batman Arkham City 2011. Arkham Asylum showed us that superhero games could be great, but Arkham City proved they could be masterpieces. Rocksteady took everything that worked in the first game and expanded it into an open-world gothic playground. The genius of Arkham City is how it makes you feel like Batman. The combat system is so fluid and satisfying, you feel like a martial arts master taking down rooms full of thugs. Gliding between Gotham's grim buildings gives you that perfect Batman sensation, especially when you dive bomb and pull up at the last second. The story, pure comic book excellence. The Joker is dying from the Titan formula, and he's infected Batman with the same disease. This personal stake drives the narrative forward as you encounter villain after villain. Two-Face, Penguin, Mr. Freeze, Ra's al Ghul, each one brilliantly realized. And then there's the ending. Without spoiling anything, Arkham City does something few superhero stories dare to do, and it lands with an incredible emotional impact that still resonates years later. Even after you finish the main story, there's so much to do. Riddler trophies, side missions, challenges. Arkham City doesn't just let you be Batman for a while, it lets you live in his world and experience his greatest adventure.
Your mother won't recognize you when we're finished with you. Nice outfit, Catwoman. This won't take long. We'll be quick.
God of War 3. When it comes to epic scale and pure visceral combat, nothing touches God of War 3. This wasn't just Kratos being angry and killing gods. This was the culmination of an entire bloody saga. From the opening moments, when you're scaling Mount Olympus on the back of the Titan Gaia, you know you're in for something special. The sense of scale is absolutely mind-blowing. You're literally climbing a living mountain while fighting gods. The boss fights here are legendary. The battle against Poseidon sets the tone. You're seeing the fight from both perspectives, including his, as Kratos brutally gouges out his eyes. It's violent, it's visceral, and it's unforgettable. Every weapon feels distinct and satisfying, from the classic Blades of Chaos to the soul-crushing Nemean Cestus. The combat flows like a beautiful bloody ballet. What really makes God of War 3 a must-play is how it perfectly delivered on its promises. After 2 games of Kratos swearing vengeance on Olympus, we finally get to see him tear it all down, one god at a time. The payoff is incredible, and the journey to get there is one of gaming's finest hours.
It will be a gentle one. my sight returns.
Portal 2, 2011. How do you follow up perfection? Portal was a short, brilliant puzzle game that came out of nowhere. Portal 2 had the impossible task of expanding on that concept while maintaining the magic. Somehow it succeeded brilliantly. What makes Portal 2 a masterpiece is its ability to constantly surprise you. Just when you think you've mastered a puzzle mechanic, the game introduces something new. Conversion gels, light bridges, tractor beams, each one opening up mind-bending new possibilities. The story expands on the original in ways nobody expected, exploring the abandoned depths of Aperture Science, and learning about Cave Johnson and the company's history adds layers of depth to what could have been a simple puzzle game. And then there's the writing. GLaDOS returns with her passive-aggressive deadpan humor, but it's the addition of Wheatley, voiced perfectly by Stephen Merchant, that elevates everything. His descent from bumbling helper to power-mad villain provides some of gaming's funniest moments. The final sequence with the portal gun and the moon still stands as one of gaming's most ingenious and satisfying conclusions. Portal 2 isn't just a great puzzle game, it's a perfect example of how to make a sequel that respects what came before, while boldly pushing forward. Mass Effect 2. Mass Effect 2 isn't just a game, it's a promise fulfilled. After the ambitious but flawed original, BioWare returned with a sequel that perfected the formula in almost every way. The setup is brilliant. Commander Shepard dies in the opening minutes, only to be resurrected by the morally questionable Cerberus organization. From there, you're tasked with assembling a team of specialists for what's essentially a suicide mission to save humanity. What makes this game special is how it focuses on characters. Each recruitment and loyalty mission feels like an episode of an amazing sci-fi show. From helping Mordin deal with his complicated legacy on Tuchanka, to Thane's emotional reunion with his son, these stories give you a reason to care about every member of your crew. The combat is drastically improved from the original, tighter, more responsive, and genuinely fun. But the real genius? The final mission. All those choices you've been making, they determine who lives and who dies in a nail-biting finale where your decisions have permanent consequences. No other game has managed to blend cinematic storytelling with meaningful player choice quite like Mass Effect 2. It's not just a great game, it's a benchmark that other RPGs are still measured against.